Hey everyone, this is David. It's a quick hit. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in. Welcome, my children, on a Sunday. Just jumping on here for a bunch of quick things. Let's not spend all day, guys. Um, yeah, let's not spend all day. So listen, this is what I want to talk about. Did you see this latest article that Kyle Richards is in trouble, might lose her RHOBH job. If she doesn't admit, and talk about Morgan, she is in jeopardy of losing her job on RHOBH. So let's break this claim down, shall we? Apparently, she's warned if you come back, you better talk about Morgan. And if you're not going to talk about Morgan, we're not sure we want you back. So let's just start with some basics. Like, we really don't know for sure who is being announced next season for Beverly Hills yet. It's very imminent. First, Anne Marie was out, of course, then Crystal. There were rumors that everybody else was returning. I think everybody else is going to return. We have had rumors that, Dorit is like, they're not sure about Dorit. There's also rumors that Dorit's friend is going to join, which I have a lot of thoughts on that, which I don't even know if we can get to today because they showed a picture of Dorit's friend and they talked about who she is. So I got a lot of thoughts on that and why I think she's joining. But we don't know for sure who's coming back. I think it's going to be everyone. Everything, nothing is confirmed though. That's kind of my point. Just like when it was out there that Robin was fired, Robin wasn't fired. Then we had the reunion. Now we can announce she's fired. So nothing is confirmed yet. I mean, has Kyle been warned that, she's not going to come back if she doesn't talk about Morgan? I mean, maybe. I'm sure they would love for her to talk about Morgan. I don't understand where people think that conversation is going to go. I mean, Kyle, if you come back, you have to talk about Morgan. I'm not talking about Morgan. Are you telling me I'm not getting a contract? Oh no, we're not saying that, Miss Richards. I mean, they're not going to invite Kyle back. So, lover or hater, that's just the bottom line. So, I find this somewhat misleading. I find some truth into this. I do think that the rumor is that she's done everything she can do. She's talked as much about Mauricio as she can, and they don't want her to talk about Mauricio anymore because that's like beating a dead horse. I mean, I agree with that. And that they want her to talk about Morgan because that's not what's old. I mean, I've said it on this very podcast that last season was about putting a nail in the coffin with Mo. And next season is going to be about your new life, and your new life includes Morgan. So I believe this is true that they would love for her to talk about Morgan. She knows that she kind of needs to talk about Morgan. That's just how this game is played, Kyle Richards. But I mean, whether they threatened her that way and said, you're not coming back if you don't talk about Morgan, maybe. But I mean, let's call their bluff. Kyle is going to be invited back to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, whether she talks about Morgan or not. It'll just be a season long struggle, and these producers get what they want. And she is in bed with Alex Baskin. I mean, she knows what she's doing, she knows how to make a good show. So I have said before, I think we are going to see some Morgan on the new season. I don't think they're not going to invite her back if she doesn't talk about Morgan, but I think that they will get their way basically just because Kyle is a team player, right? I do agree that it is old. We don't really want to hear about you and Mauricio. I mean, granted, he's still living in the house. So I assume we'll see him. I think like him moving out would be a storyline, but Mo is going to start fading into the background. So this will be great. I mean, rumor is, that they are more than friends, this anonymous source. And we're going to get into an anonymous source soon because we're going to talk about Andy, Cone, and some rumors that we may have started here behind the velvet rope, but that's a whole nother story. So I mean, look, the rumor is that, she was always trying to prove how smart she was to Mauricio and how she was enough and pretty enough and just enough, always winning over Mauricio's, blessing. And with Morgan, it is just easy, easy, easy. I mean, when someone's 29, girlfriend, that's what happens. I mean, Kyle's 55. She's 29. It is much easier. There's no kids, there's no mortgage. So yeah, Kyle feels like $1 million when she's with Morgan. That is just beautiful. Everyone should be spending a Sunday with someone that makes them feel like $1 million. So I don't know. I do think we're going to see more Morgan. I call bullshit on this story only in that I don't think Kyle is being fired if she says no. Like, I just don't buy it. So there's that. But, just give them what they want, honey. Like, do you have to fight that much? I would love to see Morgan. I would love to see stuff happen with Morgan next season. It is somewhat interesting. It's what's going on in her life. I do think Dorit saves her job. I think we'll have like a Dorit versus Kyle season. And if Dorit's friend comes on, I believe Dorit's friend will be going after Garcelle. Which is a whole larger issue, Look, everyone gets the it's your season, right? So Erica had it because of real life stuff. Kyle had it because of real life stuff. I mean, we're not going to come after Erica. What is Erica going to fight with Dorit? I mean, Erica fought with the entire justice system in the entire world. You all hated her. So Erica is really, really in a good place going forward on this show for a long while. Kyle, it's not going to be her season. It's going to be the season of either Sutton or Garcelle or Dorit. Like, someone's going to get it bad. I mean, Dorit's friend, I do believe, would be coming on to challenge Garcelle. Anne Marie has done an interview and has said, none of these women will challenge Garcelle because, it's a bunch of white women, which is paraphrasing Anne Marie. And so Dorit's friend is not white. And so I imagine she'll come on and say, Dorit is not a Karen. And here's why I love my Dorit if they bring her on. But I also think it's going to be a Dorit and Kyle season. I think that's the main thing. And I do think we're adding more people. And Kathy can be there. She probably will be there, but that's not the show. They need to change the show, like with an Erica, a Rinna. They need to change the show really so that it changes by the end of it, and that's not Kathy. By the way, just a segue for a second. I am sorry. I am Lisa Rinna had a career before Beverly Hills Housewives. She is killing it now after Beverly Hills Housewives. I mean, this Mommy Meanest. Has everyone seen the trailer that just dropped for Mommy Meanest on Lifetime? I am more excited to watch this movie than anything regarding Housewives in the past year. Mommy Meanest looks so, so, so great. So great.